fade back in on Harborvale, a coastal town striving to rebuild. Its residents tread warily on the unsteady ground that is eroded beneath their feet. Despite the community's tenuous air of relief and recovery, there are still so many secrets to unveil.
Secrets of an ancestral curse and the struggle to contain it.
Secrets of vengeance, biding their time.
Secrets of alluring control, washed onto the shore.
Secrets of the beast within and the desire to release it.
And as we tear back the veil of these silent secrets, we shall uncover the truth of what it requires to live beside the bay. Hello, and welcome to These Silent Secrets. My name is Zach, and I will be your MC. Where last we left off, the soup group kind of had a lot going on. Isla was off at sea, back with her family, weighing the pros and cons of returning to Harborvale. Jason and Kanan ended up at the hospital to support Deborah and Katrina, who had both been attacked previously. And Avery went and sat in the waiting room with Kanan's dad, hoping to offer support if she could. Before we start the episode, a couple of thank yous to get through. Obviously to Ghostlight Media, thanks for having us. We love you. We love being a part of the network. To Nicole Tuttle-Robb for all of her contributions, for all the things she does around the show. She is a vital piece of what makes this thing work. So thank you. And then obviously to all of my cast. You guys are the wind beneath my storyteller wings. So thank you. We have a pretty cool announcement here. Coming up February 14th, Valentine's Day. It is a Wednesday. We, over on the Ghostlight Media's Twitch channel, so twitch.tv/Ghostlight Media, we're going to be doing our first of a monthly stream series called One Page Wonderland, where monthly members of Ghostlight Media, as well as some friends from outside the network, will be getting together to do a stream of a different one-page RPG. This month, I will be running, and I've got my fantastic players, our resident Siren/Elemental, Mariah Clawson. We've also got GLM members Zan Campbell-Johannes and Chase Greenlee playing, and outside the network, a fantastic friend of the show, Kenzie Tartaglione from Queer PG, will all be playing a fantastic game, and since it's Valentine's Day, there's probably going to be a little bit of romance involved. So check that out. Twitch.tv/Ghostlight Media will be happening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hope to see all of your handles showing up in the chat. I do believe that is it, though. So, with nothing left, all that's left is the episode. So let's dive into this episode of These Silent Secrets, Beside the Bay. Friends, how are we?
Good.
This is our first recording of the new year, which is an exciting thing.
Happy 2024, everyone.
Happy 2024, everyone. I hope everyone partied hard, but not hard enough that they were miserable afterwards.
I think I was in bed by like 10.
Very solid.
The first place that I went to for New Year's this year was closed.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah. We hung out with Mariah, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah. I got an alcoholic hot chocolate, and it was so good.
Yeah,
and it was
one of the best drinks of my life that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some port, and then I almost spit it when our friend Braden showed us their cocktail menu, and it was like $150 for like an ounce of cognac.
Jesus. No. I'm too poor for that.
Yeah, it was like in like a shelf, like with like glass, like a glass door over it. It was like a really old bottle.
If there's a door in front of my booze, that door is closed for a reason. I can't access that.
Yeah, I'm
even
not
the
fancy
fridge
enough
door?
for the booze.
Yes.
Yeah, if
you're
you
fucking
open
rich
the door,
enough for
it
a
gets
fridge.
Warm.
Yeah, check your privilege.
Bougie motherfuckers over here. Look at me. I've got my own icebox in my home. It's also 1950.
Oh, you have a home?
Marcus is I do think it's very funny that we're talking about the fancy boxes as the refrigerator and that we're bougie for that when you're sitting in a very expensive box right now.
I stole this. I stole it. I found
you know
a
how many
drifter.
trips that took to steal?
Yeah, there was a drifter, and he was carrying it in a wagon, and I was like, hey, that's mine.
That's mine, motherfucker.
It's a stick-up. Me and Clancy and the boys want what you got.
They did use finger guns to rob him.
Yes. You can afford a gun? Again, you rich bougie bitches.
Yeah, no, you had to, you brought your Caitlin with you, and they were like, those are just your fingers. And you were like, you want to bet? And you went pew at Caitlin, and she had whatever those things they have in movies that like explode to like when like a bullet happens, and she's like and died by the side of the road or pretended to, and they're like, oh shit, they're serious.
Weirdly, my head went, you brought your Caitlin, and I just pictured me holding Caitlin like a gun.
Yeah. Oh, I imagine you holding them like by their ankles as a sword.
Oh, also very good.
Like that one episode of One Piece where
just
Zoro uses
swinging
Usopp
Caitlin
as a sword.
like I'm Conan the Barbarian or some shit.
Yeah.
And they're just making noises like shing, shing.
Exactly. Yeah. They're holding a kitchen knife in their hands.
I'm gonna cut you real bad.
This also reminds me of, have you ever seen the comic? It's like a 4-panel comic where it's like two people in a boxing ring, and one of them is like has their fists up and the bell goes off and the other starts going Kame. I quit. I surrender. I give up. I quit. I don't know if he could do it, but I wasn't about to stick around and find out.
Oh, man. No, I was more of a Destructo Disc kid, but that's just me.
Wow.
There was another one that you somehow reminded me of, Freddie, where it's like two guys with swords like fighting this big monster, and they're all beat to shit, and the one guy goes, I guess it's time for me to use this Ultimate Monster Cutter! And like beheads the giant monster, and the other guy goes, why would you not do that to begin with?
Yeah. Why not leave it
at the beginning? Oh, man. Limit Break.
That's how I feel about Dragon Ball Z a lot, where I'm like, you have Super Saiyan Blue. Just start
just
there.
go.
You just go there.
Yeah.
Finish this. Like, how many people's houses were blown up?
Why are we playing this game?
Because you smacked this mean green person through like 12 buildings. Oh, man.
I get it. I don't understand any of the references.
All right, do we want a quick rendition of Mariah and Nicole's Smut Corner where you tell us about the smut that you're reading right now?
I'm not reading smut right now.
You're not reading any smut
What
right
the
now?
fuck?
What the fuck is going on in 2024?
Dude.
I'm reading about cults.
Horrifying.
You're reading cult smut?
I mean, Cults is an anime.
That's weirder.
It's my first nonfiction
Oh.
this year, but
I was about
like
to, your
second.
first?
Ever.
I am reading an ARC, so I got a free copy, an advanced reader copy of a book. So I'm reading.
Oh, nice.
It. I'm not.
Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations on being an advanced reader.
Thank you so much.
I read at a 5th grade level.
Oh my god. Fucking hell.
Start the fucking game.
Yeah, can we start let's start the game, everybody. Fucking hell.
It's good to be back.
Oh, fuck. Sunday blooms, and another day ticks on for the soup group. Isla, you awake with Julian at your sea house, way back in the sea. I think first thing in the morning, Julian wakes up and looks at you, goes, are you heading back today?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And he gets up quickly, and he starts throwing stuff into a bag.
His stuff or my stuff?
His stuff. He starts packing a bag.
What are you doing?
I'm going with you.
Why?
You said last night you were worried that these people would kill you. I'm going with you.
Oh, I think I was a little, just overreacting. But if you want to, of course you can come, of course.
Yeah. I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
But what about, your responsibilities here?
The harvest is almost done. When you left the first time, I told you I could probably come join you in a couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, sorry. Morning brain. Great. I'm very excited that you're coming.
Good. And yeah, he continues packing his things. How far into the day do you stay there? When do you end up leaving?
I feel like maybe like late afternoon. Maybe I told my mom that I was leaving, and she made like my favorite lunch.
Yeah. You have lunch, and then you end up leaving.
Right.
Yeah, you have your sister Narelle is hanging on to you and is like, you sure you gotta
Narelle, I gotta go before the tide is gone. Come on.
Okay.
Trust me, I'll be back before you know it.
Yeah, you do the thing where you sort of pry her arms or off from around your waist and then like put them around your mother so she snuggles right into your mom. Okay, I love you.
I love you too. I look up at mom and say, good luck with her.
You take off towards the surface. Here's a question. So in our conversations, about like the stuff that's happening between you out of game, you and I, we've been kind of referring to like where Isla's at as like the beginnings of like a dark Isla arc.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're in Darkest Self?
I guess it would have to be, right?
Well, yes or no, both I think have merit. Like, on one hand, like, your opinion on a thing could just change. And, like, granted, like, your opinion has been swayed sort of supernaturally. But, like, that could just be, like, you yourself are like, oh, yeah, fuck these people. And I'm into, do what I gotta do. But Darkest Self is also applicable.
I feel like Darkest Self would happen because my Darkest Self, you're not different, you're not unnatural, you're unique, you're one of a kind, and you're powerful. You deserve the spotlight, so take it. Confront every bully and exert your dominance over everyone. I feel like that's very much
I think that kind of fits where you're at. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I wanted to be sure where we were at, what you're thinking, as you sort of headed back towards the surface. You and Julian sort of arm in arm head off back towards Harborvale. And as you arrive, like as you're sort of trudging up the sand out of the water, Grim is standing on the beach, seemingly waiting for you.
It's kind of creepy how you always know where I am.
I am gifted that way. Definitely.
Well, I'm sure that will come in handy soon.
Yeah. Why don't we come get you settled in?
Great. Grim, have you met Julian?
I haven't. Hello. And they sort of awkwardly put their hand out. And you see Julian, like he attempts to like wipe his hand off on his newly formed legs that are also drenched, to get some of the moisture off of him, but it doesn't do anything. He's like, yeah, it's good to meet you too. And they shake. And Grim starts leading you. You can see that they brought a bag and kind of give you some clothes to put on, and starts leading you into town. Notably, not towards the Chen's house. And we'll come back to that in a bit. The three of you, you are all, I'm assuming, at the hospital, unless Avery, you went home after a while.
Yeah, no, I'm still there. Yeah, I don't think Avery would leave until she had a chance to see Jason or Kanan.
Yeah. You wake up sort of, you kind of awkwardly wedged yourself like on between like two of like the chairs in the lobby. You look over and you see Kanan's big ass dad, who's like already like barely fits in one of these chairs, so like he didn't have room to go anywhere, and so his head is like just chin to chest is just sitting there just sawing logs. He's
the
still
scarf's
got
gotta help though,
he's
right?
Got the big scarf that you put around his neck sitting on still, and yeah, he's just sitting there. Just sawing. Hey, thank you.
That was good.
Do you do anything, sort of, now that you're waking up, or do you just kind of resettle and?
Do I see Jason or Kanan anywhere in the waiting room?
Well, let's check in with them. Did you both stay in, Kanan and Katrina's room, Jason in your mom's room, respectively, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Kanan
so.
absolutely would have stayed there.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, then, yeah, they are not in the lobby at the moment, then.
Cool. Then what I do is I take every dollar and cent that I have on my person, which is not much, but it's like it's a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I use it at the vending machine to get like anything. I get a bunch of muffins. I get some chips. I get those weird little meat sticks that they sell in those things. Like,
yeah, there's a bunch of like the bags of like mini muffins.
Yeah.
Some of those. Oh God, some like fudge rounds, like that kind of fare.
Yeah, because I came with dinner last night, so now I need breakfast.
Some breakfast.
So
heavy quotation marks on breakfast.
On breakfast.
Yes.
Jason, as you wake up, you actually wake up to, well, you had woken up sort of in the middle of the night as your mother, kind of woke for a moment saying the suits, a student from your school was there as well, and then passed back out. I don't know whether or not you dozed back off after that, or if you've been awake since then.
When in the morning would that have happened again?
That probably happened like, like super early morning, maybe like 4.
Would have dozed back off.
Awesome.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. You are woken by a knock at the door as a nurse pokes her head in, and she goes, "Hi, Jason. There's actually someone here to see you." And walking in, you see a man, probably about like 5'9", 5'10", dressed like, like a nice pair of like blue jeans with like some, leather shoes on, and just like a sort of casual, like not like a crew neck sweater, but like kind of like one of those like nicer kind of dressier like sweaters on.
Sure.
And he walks in and says, "Mr. Chen, hi. I was actually hoping to speak with your mother about the events of yesterday." He hands you a business card that is headed with FBI. And underneath it says Agent Mashburn.
Mashburn.
Nashburn.
I was close the first time.
But it hands you that. When your mother wakes up, if you wouldn't mind having her give me a call. I'm going to be in town for the next couple of days, just kind of looking into the events of yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But any cooperation that she could give me, I would really appreciate it.
Sure. Yeah, I'll let her know that you stopped by when she wakes up.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that she's doing well despite the circumstances. Have a good Sunday.
Yeah. You too.
Awesome. And yeah, he turns around and heads out.
I take this business card and I'm like looking at it at angles just to see if there's anything weird, suspicious about it, anything going on.
Just seems like a normal business card.
Okay. Nashburn.
Mash with an M. Mashburn. Mashburn.
All right, iceberg. Here's the best bit about that is that I said that as a joke before writing the name down, and it erased the name from my brain. Mashburn.
Mashburn. Yes.
Cool.
Kanan.
Yes.
I'm assuming, yeah, I think, last night you were not in, like, a great place. I feel like, yeah, your mom, like, you wake up and your mom's just, like, kind of got, like, her arms wrapped around you, and the two of you are sort of, like, in one of those very uncomfortable, like, very solidly wooden framed, like, hospital, like, love seat sort of situation, you know what I'm talking about? Or in the middle, like, you could very much feel the frame, even...
yeah.
Through the seat cushion. It's wildly uncomfortable.
It has the suggestion of a pad.
Exactly. And so, yeah, the two of you, you're like leaned into her shoulder. She's got her arm wrapped around you. And, you wake up on Sunday. Your aunt still, you could see getting some rest. Her arm's still just kind of like hanging, up in traction. What are you doing?
I will say, I have an interesting question for this. Am I still in Darkest Self because of this?
Well, I guess we can have a conversation about it, because your Darkest Self, specifically, I know your exit condition was it Darkest Self when someone else protects you, or when you couldn't protect someone you love from harm?
But I didn't know if this would count since I wasn't there.
Exactly. So I get it's really, I mean, it's up to how you interpret it, right? Because like you didn't know that this was a thing that was happening. So like in theory, there's nothing you could have done about it.
Yeah. I think
but you also weren't there.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense if it's like I had to be there
Gotcha.
Like if Freddy's getting like clapped up right in front of me and I can't do anything, like that kind of thing. Or not Freddy,
not Jason. Freddy.
Yeah.
That's sort of how I was also interpreting it. That's why I did like ask you that after you found out what had happened, because I was assuming you weren't there. There wasn't really anything you could have done to protect your aunt.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I would say you're still in darkest self.
Okay. Mom's still asleep?
Mom is still asleep. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and like slither my way out from like her embrace.
Easy enough to do. Yeah. You Talbots are heavy sleepers, I think. Unless the right amount of danger kind of prickles the ears up. So I think you're good to go.
I'm going to like get up, kind of check to see if Aunt Katrina is awake or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get up. You can tell that her eyes are closed at the moment. I mean, it depends on whether or not you attempt to.
I don't. It's more of just like an observation, see. And then I'm going to. I feel like Kanan will kind of like try to quietly exit the room and try and like take a lap around the hospital just to see if they see anyone like out of place or like watching all of us a little too hard. Because I feel
like on the floor.
Yeah, like I feel like there would be a lot of paranoia in my heart right now. And even like looking out the windows to see if anyone's like fucking doing that like Michael Myers staring up at the windows thing.
I would say, as you sort of step out, you do see someone, say that you full on just see a man stepping out of the room that I would think would understand to be the room that Deborah's in. Sort of, the man described, has got like a holstered weapon, and is walking, a holstered gun. I should specify.
Not a sword.
Not a sword.
Not a Caitlyn that they swing like a sword.
Or a Caitlyn that you sing a sword who's holding a butcher knife. No, but you could probably assume is like a detective or something, probably leaving the room. But notably, it leaves right after going into Jason's room.
It doesn't look like he's heading into my aunt's room.
Mm-mm.
Interesting. Okay. I kind of just watch him leave and take a mental note of like what this dude looks like.
I mean, he looks. To liken him to anything. Think. Do you know Criminal Minds at all?
Yes.
Spencer Reed, very much that, like sort of scruffy hair, a little kind of messy.
So does he walk past Avery? Because your girl's got to get her flirt on if he looks like Spencer Reed.
But yeah, it walks down. So probably says a couple things to the nurse, like a thank you for kind of showing him the way, and just heads on out. Doesn't seem like weird or suspicious. Just kind of seems like he was doing his thing and he's on his way out. And yeah.
In that case, I think I would go over to Deborah's room and a slight knock. Like, not enough to wake her up if she's sleeping, but enough to hopefully get Jason's attention if he's awake.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, you knock on knock on Jason's door.
Jason opens the door. I was like, hello? Oh. Hello?
Hey, man. What was that?
That's an FBI agent. He gave me his business card to give to my mom because I guess they're looking into what happened.
Why would the FBI be on this? Not just cops.
Do they? I don't know. Does the FBI have a soup division? Because I don't know. It's weird. I mean,
but at the same time, federal? What is this, X-Files? I don't
know. I mean, I guess it's nice that it's being looked into by being taken seriously, but it's very strange that it's
maybe it's nice. How do they determine who's good or bad? Because I kind of come from a family of wolves. Historically, people don't like us.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. He seemed nice, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my mom when she wakes up if she's heard of him or has any ideas about why the I double look back down at the business card to make sure that FBI stands for Federal Bureau of Investigations and not
yeah,
like
it appears to be the correct logo. I don't know if they put Federal Bureau of Investigations on their stuff? I have no idea. It appears to be legit, like an actual like business card for an FBI agent.
Okay.
Female body inspector.
Female body inspector.
Yeah, have your mom call me as soon as she wakes up.
Man.
How is she doing, by the way?
You know, as good as you can get in a time like this, but she seems like she's stable. She's there.
That's good.
How's your...
She's pretty beat up, but I mean, she's tough, so...
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I feel like we had to know at some point that they would be involved, or they would be some fallout headed their way, but I don't know, man. It just sucks.
Yeah, it's like, maybe it was, I don't know if this was like a... I just feel like I figured that, like, if anything like this happened, that, like, they would just win, you know? Like, my mom plus, like, your aunts, like, oh, they win.
Yeah, like, if they can't win, what the fuck are we gonna do? No offense to you, but...
No, that's fair. No, that's pretty fair.
Yeah. Also, I just thought if bad shit happened, it would just be to us.
Yeah.
We're the ones fucking around.
And, like, they weren't doing anything. I mean, they were, like, sparring in the woods, right? Like, they're minding their own...
I mean, that we know of.
I guess.
I'm not saying, like, they're doing some sneaky shit on the side, but...
No, I know what you're trying to say.
That would be a pretty fucking intense buddy cop drama.
Yeah.
But they're gonna come out of it.
They are, but...
Avery... I think, like, as, like, you know, the morning has kind of ticked on a little bit. I feel like at some point, you get sort of, you know, nudged by Elias, that, like, who lets you know that visiting hours have probably started. So if the two of you wanted to go up and see the others, you're probably welcome to.
We can go together? You're inviting me to go with you?
Yeah. Come on.
It's the scarf, isn't it? That's what did it.
Or you being a good friend of my kid, that also kind of did it.
Okay. I link arms with Elias.
He is huge.
Yeah.
I'm leaning up. The two of you head upstairs. Cross town, Isla. You are led to a familiar house, actually, because it was the house that Monica was staying in before she moved back into Sal's old place, the nice big house, the one that you're in when the creature came up. That very nice nurse got killed by the creature, all that stuff.
What?
And Grim goes, yeah, this is where I've been staying. So you're welcome to stay with me if you'd like.
Do you know what happened here?
I have a few ideas. It was when it was being rented out. Some details were disclosed.
That there was some ancient being killing the people inside.
That a nurse was brutally murdered was what I was told. But that would make sense due to the events of last year, yes.
And you just found it? Like, are you squatting here, or?
I mean, it was empty and available, so...
So you're squatting?
Yeah.
I mean, I have no room to talk. Lead the way.
Awesome. Yeah, they lead you inside. And the house, I mean, like, it didn't have a lot of stuff in it when you were in here last. It seems to have even less stuff in it now. It is very sparse in here. But they walk in, you know, very home sweet home style, and sort of show you and Julie into a room and leave you a moment to get settled.
I didn't realize she meant we would be staying here.
Well, yeah, I mean, did you want to go stay with Jason again, or?
No, maybe, I don't know, it's just, This place gives me the creeps.
As you're talking, he sort of walks around the room and sort of, peels the curtain back and looks outside. He's like, this whole place is kind of giving me the creeps now.
But, I'm sure Grimm has every good intention.
I trust you. That's what I know.
Good. I guess we'll make it as best we can a home.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Julian.
Yeah.
What do you think about all of this?
I don't know. When you were here last time, I think I wanted, I don't know, I wanted to believe that they were good. Because you seemed to believe in them. Like it was just the Cipriano guy. And he was the bad one. And then you dealt with that, and I thought it would be fine. But it doesn't seem like it's just him.
Things might get ugly.
I know.
But I'm doing it for us, right?
I know.
Don't you want to, I don't know, start a family here, maybe? One day?
All I know is I believe in you, and I trust that you know best of how to handle this. All I know is I'm here to keep you safe.
Yeah, you're like my first mate.
And he does like the weird salute, the like sailor salute. Aye aye.
Say it.
Aye aye, Captain? Guppy? Captain Gupp.
Yeah, Captain's not the right thing I'm looking for. We'll find something.
Okay. Awesome. How do you spend the rest of your day? Yeah, I'm gonna kind of broad strokes. I want to move us into Monday. So,
I think Isla spends some time like in Monica's room, and kind of quickly relives that day just to feel it, but knows that it cannot hurt her anymore, and spends the day getting settled in. Maybe her and Julian watch the sunset on the back porch.
Cool. I like that. Avery, you are brought up to the floor that Katrina and Deborah are on. And yeah, let's say that you end up finding Kanan and Jason hanging out in Deborah's room for now.
Yeah, so Avery will kind of like stop at the edge of the room just briefly and like kind of check in with both of them non-verbally. Kind of gauging the atmosphere of the room, essentially. But then we'll just beeline it straight forward. And whoever is closest will grab them in a hug first.
Let's say.
So who's closest to the door? Who's
odds or evens?
Oh,
Evens.
me or them?
Sure. You asking?
I know.
I guess you
Who
too.
was that for?
So if it's evens, it's Kanan. It is odds.
Oh
Nice.
boy.
So I grab Jason first and just like hug you.
Yeah, I think Jason just hugs you back and is
Hi.
a little bit like blank about it, but like
Yeah.
reciprocates.
Hi. I'm so sorry. And then we'll once she has hugged you, we'll move over to you, Kanan, and do the same thing. Just grab you, pull you in for a hug.
Kanan's is a little more enthusiastic, but you can tell their heart's not in it.
She'll kind of pull back then and go, "Are they okay?
They're gonna be.
Yeah.
Do you need anything? Either of you?
Pretty expansive list right now, man.
Then give it to me. Give me the list. Let me help."
I think we got a lot to figure out before I can give you any kind of definitive answers. But I mean, yeah, we got to find out what happened.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I'm kind of looking for right now is just answers.
Yeah.
But that's not in the vending machine downstairs, so.
No, but give me a second. Avery will walk over to the window. And I know they don't open a lot, but I know they open enough for a raven. So because I have flown through these windows before, lest we forget. I'm not going to fly through, but I am going to open it enough. And I would like to gaze into the abyss.
Okay. What are you gazing about?
About this. I want to see a bird's eye view of what happened. Ooh, that is 10 plus 3. That's a 13.
That's a 13. Awesome. So yeah, you send your vision out speeding through the air, and while it does that, you watch as sort of the morning sort of begins to roll in reverse as you're cresting through the sky. You're watching the sun slowly unrise again as night refalls in reverse, and you're taken through the night back into the day before. And you crest through some trees up above, and you're seeing in this clearing just flashes of this scene of the two of them sparring, and it seems what's the word I'm looking for? It seems fun, like they're enjoying themselves. Laughs are being exchanged, banter back and forth, and then they're swarmed by dozens of familiar-looking people in suits, brandishing black crystalline weaponry, and one large hulking person that you know all too well as Gael Gunn.
Was Gael wearing a suit?
Gael was not wearing a suit, but was with the people in suits.
Were they brandishing a obsidian weapon?
They did not need to.
Okay. Was anything different about their form that I'm seeing, other than that they're big now?
A little more hulked out than they've been. I mean, they're stacked. They seem just kind of a little beefier.
Okay. Avery kind of gasps as she comes back to herself from that vision. Turns around to both of you. Well, Jason, it was your former coworkers, and I kind of look over to Kanan, and then I look back to Jason, and I go, I'm going to tell you a little bit more here of what I saw, but I need you to promise that we will make a plan and be smart about this before we react. Can you promise me that?
No. No, I can't. I can't. Because depending on what you tell us, depends on how we're going to act next. And I'm sorry. If that's not a promise, if I can't keep a promise, I'm not going to make it. I'll do my best, but I'm not making a promise.
And I kind of look over to Jason.
I think that for me, I've done enough without being smart about it. So I think I will promise that. With like a caveat of like if this is really fucked up. But like 90%. I'll promise that. What's the thing? I'm like freaking out about it now.
I will walk across the room, and I kind of like I will go to grab Kanan's hand, but almost kind of like putting myself between the door and Kanan.
I don't like this.
Gael Gunn was with them.
What?
It looks like Gael is working with them, and they helped attack your family.
Gael Gunn, the guy we go to school with.
Yeah.
The guy who beat the shit out of me the other day.
Yeah, that one. Do you understand why I'm here now? In between you and the door?
Well, if it offers you any reassurance, I can't do any wolf shit right now. So if it makes you feel any better, I now know who is responsible for this, and I can't fucking do anything about it.
Yes, we
because
can.
I'm just a weak piece of shit right now.
No, you are not, Kanan. Your strength doesn't come from the wolf. It comes from you. You're the one that feeds into that. You know that, right?
Sure.
Listen, we will fix this. We will stop them, and we will make sure that this never happens to your family again. Okay,
well,
I promise that.
I promise you it won't. That's a promise I can make too. It fucking won't.
I kind of squeeze your hand at that. Like, completely understanding the sentiment. Like, this is very much exactly what Avery was feeling with Grandma last season.
All right, so this gaggle, what do you do with the rest of your Sunday?
I make sure everybody eats 3 square meals today. And I think Avery starts doing research about Gael. Like, asking, like, casually, just being like, text chains with people around town, like, oh my gosh, have you seen Gael yet? Like that kind of thing. Like, trying to track their movements a little bit.
Gotcha.
I feel like Kanan doesn't do much eating, like, appreciates the sentiment, but is only, like, nibbling on food. And Kanan will actually weirdly go back home for tonight.
Noted.
I think Jason is also gonna be kind of in, like, research mode here too, trying to figure out why any sort of connection between Gael and the business. But I think that Jason is also going to, like, try to intercept Kanan before they both leave the hospital, and it's just gonna, like, kind of put a hand on Kanan's shoulder, and it's gonna be like, hey, I know Avery already gave you this spiel about how you're feeling about this, but I don't ever want to hear you call yourself a weak piece of shit again, okay? If you were a weak piece of shit, no offense, you'd be gone. Like, if anyone else let Gael, like, wail on them like you did, they would be out of commission. You are here planning out your next move. Okay?
All right.
We just spent a night in the hospital looking after our own, and even if we weren't already strong people before, this is as strong as this will be the strongest that we have been, because we have a real fucking point of drive, okay? I don't want to hear you say that again. That's all.
Okay. I won't.
Because
my friend, man.
Because I know you're not a liar, and that was the closest you've gotten.
Yeah. I'm just going through it, man. I appreciate you.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. Look, dude, it's okay. I get that we are against, people and forces that have kicked our asses before. But, we're stronger people than we were when that happened. And they might be, different from how they were before too, but I don't know. I just don't want to count ourselves out before we're, doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I mean, there's always room for growth. We can always get stronger. We can always find different ways to overcome and confront whatever hurdles are in front of us. We can figure it out. We've done it every time up until this point, so...
We have.
Why stop now?
And one more thing. I bet you that Gael and my old organization, I am so sure that they think they have this in the bag right now. We've met Gael. We know that he's a cocky motherfucker.
Yeah.
We have an advantage of, I guarantee they are underestimating us.
I'm sure Gael thinks I'm whooped and that I'm out of the game.
Exactly.
So...
And we're not.
He'll never see it coming.
All right, get some rest. We could all use it.
Yeah,
I think our family got rest last night, and now it's our turn.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so you both head out to your respective homes then?
Yep.
Awesome.
Is my mom staying in the hospital tonight?
Yeah. They are both being kept at least another night.
I think that Jason probably goes home, gets some things, then comes back to the hospital.
Awesome. Hey, you get back. You do notice that Isla is not back. Probably just something you notice in passing. Kanan, when you return home, there's actually a bunch of wings that are there.
Like hot wings?
Yeah, like hot wings. There's it's like on your doorstep and like tied. You see like a Post-it that was on there. It says, "No one was home. No worries. We'll do D&D next week. Have a solid one." Xavier and Austin.
God damn it. I grab the wings and I just go into the house and I start shooting them both a text like, "Hey, sorry. Family stuff came up. Plan for next week."
Yeah, you get back. No worries, no worries. Yeah, no, we caught your sister as she was sort of heading out. She let us know what was happening. No stress. We left the wings in case you guys needed food. Have a good night.
You too, guys. Thanks.
I'm sorry. Is this a box of wings that's been left overnight on a stoop?
No, it was. I'm going off of at least in my own personal life. Sunday night was game night,
okay.
And so like
they
came over.
I thought it was D&D.
Yeah, yeah. So they came over.
These wings just been left here.
No, they you could probably guess they maybe stopped by like an hour or so ago. That's when like your game would normally happen. And since no one was there, they were like, "Awesome, we'll just leave the wings for him. No big deal," and headed out. Awesome. So yeah, the day comes to an end. Isla, as night falls, middle of the night, you are awoken by the sound of not like physically explosions, but like the sound of like if someone had left like a TV on or something. And sort of, as you lean up in the darkened room, you're seeing kind of like probably sitting in a chair. You see Julian's face illuminated by what looks like a laptop screen.
But he still has a face, right?
Not fishing. Normal Julian. But like you're seeing like a bunch of like flashing light and stuff. Like he's watching something on this laptop.
Gotcha. Can we also say that like maybe we do what couples do, and I healed 2 harm?
Oh, most definitely.
Or some kind of way.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
No big deal.
So yeah, I pad out to the living room.
Oh, he's like in your like the room that you're staying in. He's like you're sitting in a chair across the room.
Just kidding. I don't go to the living room. What are you doing?
Sorry. And you hear like the sound of like as he's like he was probably crying. Grim, let me borrow this. And he gets up and walks across the room and sits down. And you're seeing footage of the Hiroshima explosion. You could probably see he's just been doom scrolling the shit that humans have done to each other. You have no idea how long he's been awake. And has probably just been watching just so much, like so many videos and shit of like warfare and pollution and like clips of like talking about like murder.
Very like Clockwork Orange. His eyes.
Very
have been...
just like every horrible thing that humans have done to each other. He's just been like doom scrolling essentially.
Do you see what I mean?
They're horrible to each other.
I know, and I've let it go on for too long.
Agreed.
So you're with me on this?
Yeah.
Every step?
Yeah.
And I'll, like, slowly close the laptop and take it off of his lap, put it over to the side, and lead him back to bed.
Yeah. Awesome. Monday morning comes. And school is happening. Very cool. Top 10. Yeah. Welcome to Watch Mojo's Top 10 Human Atrocities.
Did you know?
School. Yeah, Isla, in the morning, your Grim kind of wakes you guys up, as the morning's going. She says to you, I will be going to school. Just to do my best to maybe work our magic over the young masses. I did throw some paperwork in for you, Julian, and sort of clips on like puts like a lanyard over the door with like a student ID like that you probably get for your school that says Julian Lake on it.
Nice.
And says I hope the two of you join me. And they step out and probably go about the rest of their stuff. The other three, you going to school?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to school.
Hell yeah. So you get to school. Notably, you do the three of you. You do not see Gael. here.
God damn it.
At all. It's almost like, after doing an attempted murder, he's probably not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to school now. But you're all sitting in homeroom. The 4 of your phones, Grimm's, the Stew Crew, and Austin and Xavier's, all your phones, bleep, 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 like with a text message.
What does it say?
I look at it.
Where the number is, it's just a string of crazy letters and stuff. And the message says, "Come to the natatorium after first period."
The what?
The what?
The natatorium. That's
The
where
swimming
a pool
pool
is. Yeah, that's where the swimming pool is. It's called the natatorium.
That's a thing I know now.
I know that. I know that only because my high school had the natatorium for the entire region. So yeah, the nat, as we referred to it, was a big deal. So yeah, the natatorium.
We did not have that at my school.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. Mine was the only high school in a very large everyone used our nat. That, or people would go to YMCA's and have swim meets and stuff. But not for Kansas City schools, because we had the natatorium, baby.
We had that natty light.
Oh my god.
I was trying to figure out how to work that in too.
I think I look at Jason and Kanan first to kind of be like, did we just get the same message kind of thing?
Yeah, Jason does a thing where he just holds up his full phone and just points at it and is like, "This you? Or you too?"
Avery shrugs
I think Jason is going to screenshot the message.
Awesome.
And is going to in our full group chat with Isla is going to send it in there and be like, "Isla, you know what this is?"
No.
Well, okay. I got no ideas then.
Oh yeah, notably Julian's in class with you all today.
Whoa!
Which was something I probably should have mentioned.
Oh.
But Julian is full on in class with you.
I think Jason has a thought of just the Mean Girls thought of do you even go here?
Do you say that out loud? Or?
No, I don't. But Jason just thinks it and is like, "Do you go to this school?"
Avery will raise her hand in class.
Yes, Avery. Mixright says.
Gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. And I get up and I walk out of the room and toss a slow glance at those behind me and keep going.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Where are you heading?
To the natatorium, right?
Well, yeah. Awesome.
I thought it said after class.
It said after first period.
I'm going now because I don't let people get the jump on me.
Awesome. So you go down in the natatorium. Do any of the rest of you leave early, or are you letting Avery go? Awesome. So Avery, you get into the natatorium, and you watch Cooper rolling a high-backed leather chair out into the middle of the space, right to the edge of the pool, and he goes, "God damn it, Avery! You're supposed to come after first period."
Okay. And why was I supposed to come after first period?
Can I at least, so I don't waste the bit, can I at least do the cool bit?
Yeah.
Okay, turn around.
No.
God damn it. And he sits down in the high back leather chair and turns around so that you only see the back of the chair. And you hear he's got one of those things that you push.
The voice changer shit.
That voice change. And you hear him say, "Welcome." And he says and as he spins around, he pulls it off. He goes, "The greatest senior prank in the history of senior pranks." And then that's where everyone will go, "Ooh, ah." But you got here early.
This is Cooper.
What? I haven't actually explained what the
No,
I was
hold on,
inviting you all to
Cooper.
be part of the cool senior prank.
Wait, Cooper, let me talk.
Yeah.
This whole thing, that text, everything, it's for a senior prank.
Yeah, it was supposed to be really cloak and dagger.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. Definitely thought there was some daggers involved. And I'll
What?
Avery like moves forward and is just like, all right, how can I help?
Will you go over by the light switch? And then when like you hear me say like the welcome to the, will you flip the lights up? Because like the lights will be low, and then when I give you the cue, you'll turn them on as I spin around.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a little piece of advice though, Cooper, okay? Okay. There's a lot of people in our group that might not take well to anonymous voice changed back to us kind of people. Maybe we think of a different announcement. We've got time. There's still 12 minutes till the end of the class.
I spent money on this chair.
It's a great chair. It's a really great chair. You know what you can do? Sit in it facing them.
But at least I got it swivel specifically so I could turn around dramatically.
Yeah.
That was the point.
No, listen, I hear you. And I also know the current and past mental states of several of the people that you have invited. And I almost punched you, and I saw you exactly the way you were.
God damn it.
Just saying.
He gets out his phone and he taps a thing, and all of you receive another chain text message. It says, "This is Cooper. I'm not doing anything nefarious. I was trying to be mysterious." And so all of you get that text message immediately following.
And yeah, I'll go over to the light switch at that point. It's like, okay.
Okay, I appreciate those. Solid notes. Solid notes. Who of you goes to the natatorium after first period?
Oh, I absolutely go.
I was going to go, and I just want to say that I had this planned before I knew about this scenario. So I imagine kind of a funny thing happens here, where me and Jason are both about to go along with Austin, and at one point I'm like, let me go to the bathroom first, and I peel off from them, and I go to like the gym equipment locker, and I feel like we get a text message that says, "This is Cooper, nothing nefarious is happening," and it's just like a frame of Kanan putting a baseball bat back.
Then
going to the natatorium.
Isla, are you gonna go to the nat?
Yes.
Nice. Awesome. So you all make your way to the natatorium. As you walk in, you see the backside of a high back leather chair, and you hear, "Welcome, all of you, to the..." And
I turn the lights on.
The lights come up, and Cooper turns around. "The greatest senior prank in the history of senior pranks."
Woo!
Thank you.
I give like a slight golf clap.
Yeah.
Jason's full on cheering.
You see, you're the coolest kids in the senior class, he says, looking at this cluster of you.
I imagine Kanan like kind of does like the what, and then looks at the group, and then like looks down at my own clothes and looks back up at him.
Now, you see, I just turned 18 years old, and upon my birthday had a wonderful shred of luck. I purchased my first scratcher, and on that scratcher I won the sum total of $3,760. And I spent all of that money on this leather high-back chair, this voice changer, and he starts like slowly like walking like back towards one of the exterior doors, and it says and the whole time he's walking, and he opens them up, and as he opens them up, a just metric fuck ton of ball pit balls come pouring in. We're gonna drain the kids' activity pool, and we're going to fill it with these plastic ball pit balls.
Jason just starts cheering, just full on, like.
Kanan gives this reluctant sigh, and then like it's like, I'm actually kind of into this.
Yes, we are! How?
I'm seeing mixed reviews.
I'm just thinking about how boned you're going to be when taxes come around. You didn't save any of it?
Taxes?
It's not income if you spend it all.
That's not... Guys, no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a caveat that if you spend it all in 24 hours, then it doesn't... You never actually had it.
Coop. No.
How do you think corporations get away with it?
Jason. No.
How does Isla feel about this?
Isla will push through the crowd and kind of go toe-to-toe with Cooper. Do you realize how wasteful that is?
Well, we're not going to drain them. See, there's like the small pool that's like where like kids come in, you know, like the, you know, for like swim lessons and that kind of stuff. And there's like the actual like where the swim meet and the diving well is. They're separate pools, so like it's really not that much water.
But you're draining the kids' pool.
Yeah, it's just like
you're taking away fun from children.
I mean, but the kids also like ball, like a Chuck Cheese.
What if one of them gets lost in the balls, Cooper?
There'd be a lifeguard on duty.
Is that going to be you, Cooper?
I think they have lifeguards here.
Tell me about this prank.
What about it?
You think this is funny?
I kind of did. Yeah.
And Isla will do like a toe to forehead of Cooper and scoff and turn away.
Will you roll the shutdown?
Yep.
My boy.
Cooper.
Oh no.
Womp womp. 6.
Was that a big fail?
Yeah.
6.
I did 7 minus 1.
I thought it was a really good idea. I think Xavier is actually gonna walk and be like, what is the matter with you?
The matter with me? That's
Yeah,
rich
he
coming
wanted
from
to
you, Cipriano.
What the fuck? He wanted to do a fucking prank. It's not that big of a deal. Why are you being such an asshole?
You know fun, huh? Family fun.
Hey, come on, man. You know what? I'll be the lifeguard.
I'm sure the principal would love to hear about this.
What?
Hey,
Did we do
Isla,
something to you?
do you want to go for a walk with me?
Why?
Because I think you need to cool down, and I think I'd be a great person to do that with.
I don't need.
Oh, now you don't. Okay. You did before.
And look where that got me.
Yeah. With a full fucking family.
I have a family.
You're welcome.
Okay, Isla, come walk with me, please.
I'll do you this favor.
Fine. Yeah, sure, call it a favor. Just come here. With me, please. Get out of here.
She'll give an eye to Julian. Kind of a, like, giving an order.
To, like, tell him to stay,
yeah,
essentially?
to be my eyes and ears in here.
Awesome. You, notably, like, his eyes haven't left Xavier. And he kind of strafes around, and it's essentially stands between like the direction that you end up walking with Avery and the group of people.
Kill him. Okay.
Awesome. So the two of you walk off. Yes.
Yeah, I don't lead her far. Like I truly just like outside into like the next hallway.
So they take a step out.
Jason like walks back into the door of the natatorium with like a bucket full of pool water in each hand. He's like, I didn't know where to put. I feel like the energy is different.
You see Cooper is like near tears.
Coop, what happened?
Oh man, nothing.
No, hey,
you see he's trying to like get the pool ball, the ball pit balls back out the door. He's like, this is so fucking stupid.
I like run over to Cooper and I like take his face in my hands and I look him in the eyes and I'm like, Cooper, not a single one of these ball pit balls belongs in this room. They all belong in that pool. I will drain this pool with a straw if I have to. This prank is happening.
Okay. So Isla and Avery, you step out into the hallway.
Yeah, I think as soon as we're like free from like the doors, at least like at least a ways down. Hey, okay. What's going on?
Nothing.
That is a lie, Isla. Why don't you just be honest with me and I'll be honest with you, okay? If we just agree not to lie to each other, I think everything will work out better, okay?
I'm not lying to you.
Then what happened? What's going on? Why did you do that?
I think he could have done a better job. Something that doesn't affect children.
Okay. You know, the way you say that, I mean, like, listen, I think the prank's kind of dumb, but it's harmless. As far as senior pranks go.
Do you know what would be a better use of our time? A beach cleanup. Raising funds for anything charitable.
I agree with you. Doesn't have to be if or, you know, it can be and, Isla.
Sure, Avery, but it's this and then what? It's first draining the pool and then what? It's a chain of events.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing you know, it gets worse and worse.
Worse and worse. You mean like giant eldritch beings on their way to town? Because we've seen worse, Isla, and ball pits in a pool is not worse.
Have you heard of something called the butterfly effect?
Yeah. Ashton Kutcher.
I don't know who that is, but apply it to this situation.
Okay, what are you trying to say to me here, Isla? That because we're gonna put balls from a ball pit in the pool that, like, a volcano's gonna go off in India?
Maybe. At the root of it, it's unnecessary, and it's harmful. It's mean.
Isla, I don't think we're talking about the ball pit anymore. What's going on? Really? Like, what has you looking at this way?
Last year was difficult, and I refuse to let anything like that happen again. I'll do whatever it takes.
So you're being proactive against things that might, bring more dangers here?
I'm trying to help.
No, I hear you. And I appreciate that. I think we all do. And I think we can all agree that attacking Cooper because of his stupid prank.
Oh, please, you hate Cooper.
Yeah, I hate Cooper. But just because he doesn't understand his core vids, but that doesn't actually mean anything. When it comes down to it, I'd protect his life over my own. Just like I do with you, just like I do with Jason and Kanan and anyone else in this school.
You think I'm a killer? You think that's what this is?
Where did you hear that?
You would save his life?
Where did you hear that?
I can be mean, Avery, but I'm not that mean.
Okay. I don't think you are. I know you're not, actually. So that's why I'm so confused as to who I'm seeing right here in front of me. Because this isn't the Isla that I grew to know and trust last year when things were awful.
You're right. Isla Halloran. Enjoy your prank. And I'll walk away.
Awesome. Do you go back and get Julian then?
Yeah, I think it's like a quick grab his wrist and outdoor.
I think as you're like you grab him and like you start to go, and I think Xavier like jogs up and like tries to like he grabs like your wrist in an attempt to like stop you, to get you to talk. And the moment that he grabs your wrist, Julian says, "Don't you fucking touch her!" and clocks Xavier across the face and just keeps hitting him over and over again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again for listening to this episode of These Silent Secrets. If you like what you heard, you'll want to support us. There's a bunch of ways to do it. Super duper easy ones. Wherever you're listening to us, just scroll down. It'll probably give you a bunch of options. Things like to like, to subscribe, to rate, to review. Wink, wink, please do. To share. Just if any of those you want to do for us, we'd really, really appreciate it. And then another super duper easy way is just to tell a couple of people about the show. You know, I've got a lot of nerdy friends, people that I've listened to podcasts and been like, friends, you gotta check this out. And then they do. And so it could be similar here, where you tell a couple of friends and then they tell a couple of friends. And then all of those people, if they're anything like me, they like to listen to podcasts while they do something. So we can all get together and do something, honestly, that would be kind of cool, which is just to plant like a big, like, vegetable garden. And then we've just got a bunch of just vegetables that we can, like, feed people with. Wouldn't that be sick? I think so. If you'd like to support us further, you can do so by checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia, where you can donate to us monthly to help fund our content and get some cool rewards for yourself. You can also check out our merch store, tpublic.com/store/ghostlight. Get yourself some cool merch. We got you could put our stuff on pretty much anything. It's pretty cool. And then you can check us out all over the internet. We got our website at TheSilentSecrets.com. We're on X at Silent Secret Pod. We're on Blue Sky and TikTok at The Silent Secrets. And then you can find us all individually. You can find Marcus at MarcusRVO, Nicole at Nicole Voice, Mariah at _Mariah Clawson, Freddie at Freddie _Pow, and myself at that guy Zach Robb. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the continuation of our story. So we can't wait to see you then. But friends, until then, may your secrets stay hidden, and may you always remember, when you win the lottery, you do owe taxes on that.
This has been a Ghostlight Media production.